looking?
I don't know. I can't see. All right, welcome back to One Wrench Rodeo. Today we have a guest.
Yeah. Hey y'all, I'm Maverick with Mav's Fab Shop, and we're gonna be tearing into my 7.3 IDI.
You hear that? 7.3 IDI.
Yeah. We're gonna make old Peg proud.
Yeah. How many miles are on this engine?
157.
So she's basically brand new still.
Yeah. But we've got some goodies over here on the table. We'll have to show y'all here in a second.
Let's show the kind people what we're working on. Old brick nose extended cab. She's a beauty.
Yeah.
What are them? 35s, 37s?
35s.
Yeah, 35s. Some big old mud diggers. So what's the parts we getting?
All right. So right here we have a new injection pump from R&D IDI. This is the HP NA pump. This pump here, it's just a touch hotter than your standard, injection pump. So we got that going in. We've got brand new or remanufactured injectors from Russ Repair.
Do they tell you what CC they push, or if the nozzles are?
It's got the stock nozzles. These are stock rebuilds. Pull this off. You can see here.
Just look at the tip of that thing.
Yeah. Would you just look at it?
Just look at that. Look at the girth on it.
But yeah, it's just a stock rebuild Bosch injector. We're going to be putting those on. Not only that, but I've got everything to do.
Show me your red hot tip.
That's inappropriate. I can't do that on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, then show me your glow plug.
Okay. Brand new ZD9 Motorcraft glow plugs. These are the only glow plugs you want to run in an IDI.
Or a can of ether.
Yes.
Or, if you're cheap like me, just hey, we're good to go, boys.
Yeah.
Canned glow plugs.
Oh yeah. But we've got new controller.
That's a solid state, or what do they call that?
I think that's what it's called.
I don't know. If you know what that is, you tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
If you're a big 7.3 guy, because I'm a big fan of spraying glow plugs into them.
Yeah, I like keeping things factory. And we got new glow plug harness relocation kit. This came from IDI Diesel.
IDI Diesel.
Yeah, IDIDiesel.com.
I've never heard of them.
Yep.
Look at that. I don't know. They're not sponsoring us, but
No.
they're good enough people to sell us stuff. We can tell other people to buy their stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's even a 7.3 on the picture.
Yep.
It's not a 6.9, so that's good. We'll have external coolant leaks.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. And like I said, the injectors here, they're from Russ Repair.
That's where we got them.
All right. I reckon it's time to start tearing shit up.
Yeah, let's tear that apart and make her run again.
As you know, there's two different styles of
The return lines?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the early styles didn't have like barbs on them and stuff, and I think they came straight out the sides.
They did.
The later model IDIs, they came out the sides some.
See, but I'm thinking this should have been the early style, but this is the late.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
So what we're doing right here, we're taking the
bolts out of
the front of the injection pump
Mhm.
to release it from the timing gear. And like I was
Last
saying,
one.
as long as your dowel pin lines up, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But do not take that timing
I'll
cover
move
off.
this light so you can get down in there and show everybody real quick. I'll do the same.
Yeah, do not take the timing cover off. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
That makes it very difficult.
Those bolts that you've seen me just pull out, they come out from that little hole right there. And that's what holds your injection pump to your gear.
Yes. And then you got 3 9/16 bolts on the back side
Yep.
that hold it here, and then I don't know if you can see down in there, not very well, the timing mark we're talking about that's stamped into the top of that.
Yes, there's actually one on the new pump if you want to go show them.
We got that.
Okay.
Yeah, we went over that when we were talking about.
Well, now we're all wonky.
Yeah, we got that. I had to think about that.
All right. Well, y'all are gonna be a little crooked here, so
It'll be all right.
just
We're all a
slightly inverted.
We're all a little crooked.
I hate those clips.
Yeah, that's why I go I always do it like this.
I gotta fix that. Drive me insane.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
That's your tachometer.
All right, 9/16.
That's your tachometer. Now this is where it gets fun because oh my. That one's easy as can be to get to, as you can see.
These down here,
They're not nearly as fun. In
you know, we might be able to get a ratchet with an extension, but it seems like I remember guys saying that they made their own special little.
so
wrench
before
or something.
before I came up here, I was looking for my angle wrenches, and I found all of them except 9/16. And I was like, I've done it with or without an angle wrench. An actual the snap-on is a true 4-in-1. So a wrench here
Yeah.
is at 15 degrees from the shank,
Yep.
where the snap-ons are like 30
Uh-huh.
and 50 or what, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the snap-on ones definitely make it easier being their steeper angle.
Right. That was easy.
You won't be able to get that nut the whole way off. You
No,
know, it
I'm just
stalls out.
Threading it out until
Yeah.
until it stops. So.
Is there a core charge on the pumps?
Yes.
So you have to mail that pump back into
Yep.
the good people.
Yep, and that and my injectors too.
Okay. See if they want to buy some stuff off of me.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
'Cause
message him and ask him.
I don't remember what website I
He
was
goes
on.
by Russell and Michelle Mathis on Facebook for the injectors.
Okay.
He's a real nice guy to deal with.
You ever heard of that Moose guy? Moose Pumps?
Uh-uh.
There's a guy back in the day. He was Moose something. And he made a lot of good IDI products.
Okay. See, the ones that I've dealt with here, they are very prominent in the Facebook group 83 to 94 Ford IDIs or something like that.
Okay.
And Justin Anderson with R&D IDI. You've got William Deering with IDI Diesel, and Russ. He, of course, owns Russ Repair. All right, I think I'm just gonna have to get that with a ratchet. But all those guys, they make great parts, and everybody you talk to that's ran their stuff has nothing bad to say.
So you ever done a Huey pump on a 7.3 Power Stroke?
Never had a special little zip tie here to hold my.
Yeah. What's that do?
That's to hold the throttle position sensor.
Oh, okay.
Because I forgot what I broke, but I broke something.
I'm gonna stay back.
That's probably a good idea. Let me switch hands.
Yeah.
There we go.
Got it. Oh, there's a couple of zip ties in there.
Let's toss that to the side here.
Need to pop this off,
Alright.
if it will.
That's the bad thing about these stupid little clips.
Christmas tree clips or whatever you want to call
There we go.
them. Got it.
Fixed it. Yahtzee. Move this. Okay. Alright. I'm going to need. Let me get a flathead real quick.
He was going to get a screwdriver. I didn't want to stop
Come
him.
on, man.
I didn't want to
Making
stop
me look bad.
Well, it actually it didn't fight me.
It fought me. See, I'm constantly riding this struggle bus here. All right.
Pinch that thing here. And,
Give her a,
you know what? We don't actually need to do that.
well,
yet.
we're replacing all that, but
Let's go ahead and
get the injector lines popped off.
get the fuel feed, and then we'll just take the injectors off there. Remember that one has the tool in it for the timing.
Oh yeah.
So that one needs to always stay on that cylinder, and I do believe passengers all odd, driver's side's all even, but I'm not 100% on that one.
I mean, well,
That's the way
if
7.3.
we forget, we can Google it. So
Yeah. Oh, I know for that one all the way there, but
right.
so the timing on this is kind of cool. You don't actually have to pull the valve covers off and
Right.
set on cylinder one. One rotation of the injection pumps, one full rotation.
Yeah. And,
So-
and that's going off of.
The dowel pin.
That's right here.
Yeah, so that's why like they don't log lock these
Yep.
to where like a 12 valve common or a 12 valve P pump or anything. For whatever reason, Standine got away with designing it like this, and it works perfect. And if you want to turn up your fuel
Yep.
on your IP, turn that thing to where you're directly south, and that should line up your
Set screw in here, and you turn it like rule of thumb is when you turn up your injection pump for these IDIs and you take that little side plate off.
not all of it.
No, not all of it.
Not all of it. All right, sorry.
But if I remember right, it's on the turbocharged applications. What you're going to want to do is take your Allen wrench. All right, take your Allen wrench, and you're going to go by the flats of it. 2 flats is about
I needed rescued.
well, you got out a little bit of lube, you know.
The Super Lube. Today's episode is brought to you by Super Lube. They do not endorse.
Our tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Now we have lots of air intrusion.
No doubt. Probably won't run no more.
No.
Does your AC work?
It did.
Is it an R12 system?
I think it's been retrofitted, honestly.
Okay, so she's up to R134A.
Yep. Be nice if it was still R12 though. This stuff's way better.
Yeah. You know down south they say that you can put propane in them.
What?
You can put propane. I don't know if it's true or not, but they say if you put propane in your AC system that it will cool better than. But it makes sense though. Like when you're using a cutting torch with a propane in 90-degree weather, and you look back and the bottle's frosted over.
Yeah. Well, even when I was welding and all that, like welding a lot, and like literally the only time I would stop is to start another bead. I could look back at my argon tank.
Yeah, it should be frosted.
And it would frost it
yeah.
up.
And that's the Venturi effect taking
Yep.
hold. That's why farm OMs freeze up and stuff like that going up the intake runner.
Oh yeah, because don't those have a it was an updraft carburetor?
Yeah, updraft. And as that air's coming into the carb and then going in the intake, that air's spinning.
Yep.
And that's the
And it
Venturi.
cools
Yeah.
as it does it.
And I think I don't know. There's inside of a carburetor, there's the little cones that hang out in there.
Yeah.
I think that's prevent that. You don't have to take them off yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna go ahead and give them a crack, but
No, I would leave them
Best
on.
part.
Yeah, because you can pull that up like a big spider,
yeah.
and then it's no problem.
Right. I haven't done this before, but I know enough to get myself in trouble and get myself through it.
I have ruined a lot of IDI, so I got plenty of experience. I had my one IDI
It
turned
makes
up.
me feel better.
No, I had it turned up so hot. I had the IP screw buried, and I had the timing just wide open, and I was racing a Duramax. And I was keeping up with this Duramax.
You're bored.
But it looked like a tire fire coming out of the back of the. It was in my old Highboy. It had, stacks.
Mm-hmm.
For 40 feet back,
Just bellowing.
bellowing smoke, and this thing was run out tight against the pump.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, the temperature was at like 195. It goes wham, straight to 270. I'm like, oh no! I cracked a head because I was running her so hot for so long. She just split a head open right there. Died on the side of 79, right when you get off of 108. My high school crush pulled up.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm sitting there broke down, blowing out on the road, and this girl pulls up. She's like, "You need any help?" And I turned around. I was so embarrassed. And, nope. Nope. She
I'll
just.
sit here in my own pity.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell her what I had just done.
All
Alright, we need to get the cold started vans out of the way.
Alrighty.
What is that down in there? 3/8 maybe?
Can't see.
I don't remember where you put all your tools at.
Okay.
I'll just dig around until I find what I like. Here's a 3/8. Try that.
Alright.
Do you got the turning tool up there with you?
The turning tool, yeah, it's right there, laying on the battery. That's the best spot you can
Well,
ever
if
lay.
you have these dividers for your
I
reservoir,
think it's a 7/16, buddy.
is it?
I think so. That's the only thing I don't like about that ratchet.
No button to release it?
No button release.
Snap-ons like that too. They don't give you a button to release stuff. Unless you buy them with the...
I mean, it's a good feeling ratchet, but it just...
Here, try an 11. 11 and 17/16 are really close together.
17/16? You said
7/16. You know what I meant.
You know what I mean.
Listen, the old mechanics you'd be working with them and
You
you'd be
mean
like,
8/16.
no, they'd be like, give me a 5/16, and you'd be like, why do you need a 5/16?
Just give me a 5/16.
Yeah, well, they're like talking about a 15/16 and stuff like that. Yeah, it was.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about, holy, that'd throw me off so bad.
Oh yeah, they were quite the group to work with back in the day. So this is a 165 engine, 166.
No, it's 185.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm reading the wrong one.
Yeah.
I was reading Imperial Standards.
That's what we go by here in America.
Yeah. What does he call it? East Pakistan, Frost Pakistan.
Uzbekistan or something like that. Freedom units. Can anybody tell me what that is in freedom units?
I'll hold on to that.
Okay.
I'll put that in the toolbox so it doesn't get lost.
Crack the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah, there's 2 bolts.
Okay.
All right. Well, he's tearing that pump out. I want to have a moment with you and I.
Sounds a little personal there, buddy.
It's gonna be personal. We're gonna talk about this. So, if I went down this deep dive for like a week, attempting to figure out why you don't need to time 7.3 IDI as you would for any other engine. I ended up calling an injection pump guy I know and talking to him since I couldn't find anything on the internet. When you're doing the 7.3 pump, you get them. The pump's not locked. So, and you can just sit here and turn this thing all day long. It doesn't matter. That pin makes one rotation, and that's it. She has fired off the injectors. So, you just take them 3 bolts out. Take the 3 bolts out of here, yank it out. You can turn that engine over 4 or 5 times if you want. As long as you line that back up, she's going to run. And that just was mind-boggling to me that that's the way that works. So, hopefully this helps someone out there that's working on a 7.3 IDI. Like this beautiful truck right here. You're gonna love this two-tone.
That is medium scarlet and Pawnee tan.
Medium scarlet and Pawnee tan?
Yep.
Nice. I want to paint my Highboy leadfoot gray, like the Ford Raptors are.
Yeah.
I figured that's a very fitting paint code for me. Because if she ain't on the floor, we're not doing it. Yeah. Alright, so I didn't bring my angle wrenches for this young man. So I guess the modifier wrench to fit this, and we'll show you why. He's got safety glasses, I don't, so I'm staying away. As he's grinding that, what you're going to want to need, obviously you're going to need to, down in here, I'll bring my light in and show you guys. The bolts or the nuts that hold that in on the bottom there, on these stand-on pumps, you can't get a. I would imagine, yes. You can't get the wrench down in there, so he's thinning it up to try to get it down in there.
Oh, lopsided.
He's already got the 3 bolts out of the front of the pump. And like this video, I didn't get to go over this much in my video of installing the 7.3. And so he invited me up to so I could get a video to show you guys how to do this, because there's no real good information on the internet about this stuff. And hopefully I can help you out somewhat. Are you done making that nice and hot to work with?
I wrecked him.
Damn near killed him. Where'd you get this wood stove at? Look at that. That thing.
I bought that off of my sister-in-law's boyfriend.
This is a nice wood stove.
It is. It just needs to be hooked up.
Well, we don't need it now.
No, I mean,
We'd be sweaty.
yeah, I don't like.
I don't like sweaty.
I think that's thin enough.
You do good work, kid.
I know. Oh, toasty.
I would imagine. Let me.
I'm
Alright, so the pump's out.
gonna have to edit all that shit out.
Well, it really wasn't that rude. I think it was a little abrasive. We got the 3 bolts out of the front.
Yep.
We got the bolts out of here. Show them how the pump comes out now.
All right. You gotta wiggle and twist a little bit, and there she goes. Now,
Now you gotta work that thing just right, and it'll come up past all that.
just like that.
And there you have 1 7-tree pump.
Put it right back here so my phone or camera can see it. That's it, y'all. It's out. And I'm definitely gonna clean that valley out.
Yeah, we're gonna vacuum out
Disgusting.
the.
Hey, I bet I can get my torch bit that I dropped in there too.
Is that a ball bearing? No, that's an acorn.
Look, how did I get ball bearings in the valley?
That's what I was like. What are you doing?
I got on by.
And normally when you're doing this, these 2 bottom, you always drop the hardware. Just try to keep track of that so it doesn't go down in the engine somehow.
Because that would be a bad time.
Yeah, your timing gears won't be able to eat that. So there's 2 washers and 1 nut per stud, and you got 6.
Oh my jeez.
You got 6 nuts or 6 washers, 3 nuts. So you're good.
Look at this.
All right, so we'll bring you back when we're ready to install the pump. Pull the. Just this video is basically just to show you how to change a pump. I didn't get to do this on mine. I was rushing trying to get my truck together with the ill-tempered weather that I was working with, but Maverick really does have a nice truck here, and I hope you guys can appreciate this thing. Yeah, the interior it's what you would expect for a truck of this age in this condition. You know, it's still all there, and you know, it's just a good looking rig. So as you can see, you know, we have now got the injection pump out, all 8 injectors. We're going to blow the holes out with compressed air just to make sure that no debris is down in there before we go ahead and start installing the new injectors. But all original, you know, 7.3, just cherry. The 7.3s are what really got me into being a diesel mechanic. Like, I was going to be a mechanic, I knew that. I had no experience on diesel engines at that time. I had been working with old gas engines, and my friend Tyler bought a 7.3 4-door IDI truck. And we just thought it was the coolest thing ever, so I had to buy one. And slowly, you know, breaking stuff and tearing stuff up, we learned about diesels through that. So these IDIs really have a special place in my heart. And you meet the cool people along the way.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say cool, I mean, more like legendary, but...
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, it's your story, man. But yeah, we wouldn't be here working on this 7.3 if it wasn't for him selling me the turbo for my 550.
Yep.
So big thanks to him. That turbo works really well. It hits hard for what it is with the pump and injectors that I have set up. But mine's a work truck. It's not.
I'm glad it worked for you.
It's not a race truck. Still don't know what I'm going to do with that Banks up pipe.
Oh man.
We're gonna have to figure that out. I got a couple other IDIs laying around. I'm gonna try to maybe put a T4 on it.
That's not a bad idea.
But well, let's get the air hose and pull out. We'll blow that out and we'll get the injectors down the hole just to plug it off, so no more debris. You got some grease?
I've got red grease.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
And we got that super lube too.
We're gonna go ahead and get this prepped up. We'll bring you back when we're actually installing them and stuff like that.
It's right there.
Yeah, you can see that little tiny tip right there will end up messing that whole thing up. We need mother copper washers. You got the baggie
I got
right
the
there?
bag right here. I'll set it over here so it doesn't get spilled. So, like so. Take your washer here. Big one out. And all this does is just to help keep it on there when you're putting the injector in. And as per John here, let's put you a little bit on. You don't need a whole lot. Just enough to coat it
The
a little bit.
New Holland skid steers that have an FPT engine,
Uh-huh.
their injector bodies are, 3-4 inches long,
Yeah.
and those are the ones that I've seen, just see solid right into an engine, or even I think it wasn't an FPT. They would have been like a Cummins Iveco, which was basically just a redesign, like 4BT or 6BT.
Yeah. All right.
Fiat did that for us,
Great.
Yeah.
And you want to tell them why we do this ever so gingerly?
What's with the ginger joke? So there's that little tiny tip on the end of that injector. You don't want to be jamming it down in there and bending it. And
Yeah, things get messed up when you jam things in the holes. All right, and there's that one. So,
all right, we got Maverick in there doing his best work on that IDI. Got them all squared away. I want to show you guys something that he has out back here that the world has to see this. This is This is a cultivator tractor that someone built. You know, necessity is the mother of invention. And hats off to the guy that built this machine just for cultivating. It's built out of a 4-cylinder Model T engine. But they cut it in half and made it a 2-cylinder. And how it runs, I have no idea. But that is wow. Like, I don't have words to describe how cool that is, that someone was able to do that. They got their original Ford V8 covers on there. You know, they built their own front steering. And all just so they can cultivate their rows. It's just incredible. Here's how you shift it. You know, they cut down the dry shaft, made that work. They got a the manual steering box to raise and lower the cultivators. So when you're making your turns, they cut down the rear axle and made it really short. Still hooked up the brakes off of cables, which are turned by the steering. So when you turn that wheel, that chain wraps around just like the old steam tractors were. And that pulls on that brake and locks up that drive and makes it turn around, just like your cutting brakes on like any other tractor. This is as American as you can get. And I hope someone out there appreciates this as much as I do. The time, the effort, and knowledge that someone put into this just so they could plant some corn or cultivate some corn or whatever they were doing. The world's lost this. Things have gotten too easy in the world for people nowadays where you can just go get what you want. You go buy what you need. And the creativity, it's still here. It's just not as much, maybe. I hate to say that. Hopefully it's still here. It's just hiding. But that right there is incredible. Alright, we got Maverick all set up here.
Yep.
I have to take off. I have to get to my Fajo's birthday. He's going to finish this truck up. If you want to watch the install of this injection pump, go over to his YouTube channel. What is that?
Mavs Fab Shop.
Mavs Fab Shop.
MAV''S, short for Maverick.
But I'm not Goose, but he is Maverick. That is where you'll get the rest of this. I was just here for,
Moral support. Give a few tips and tricks.
And I have definitely done a lot dumber things to these IDIs than what this young man is doing. So, I got more wisdom because of my own wallet. I have ruined a lot of IDIs over the years. Until next time, see you all again. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like. We got some pretty wild stuff coming up.
Oh yeah.